Whoop, whoop, what's up, Bearcats and Jugga Bros? It's Friyay and HMG fam, you know what that means. We're here hanging and chilling. It's the HMG SmackDown Watch Along and Bell Count. Whoop, whoop. Hope you all had a great week. Hope you're ready for a great wrestling-filled weekend, kicking off with a super stacked Friday. Hope all is well. Don't forget to sign your NDA. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to go 10 bells tonight, boys. See what we got in the house tonight. We got Dan. We got Lab Rat. Whoop, whoop. What are they testing on you tonight, guys? Hey, what's up, Zach? Happy National Crawfish Day to you, too, as well. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, pal. And we got one of the three-letter agencies, RBV, in the house. What's up, pal? Whoop, whoop. And then what? Yeah. So we got coming up later tonight. Once this goes off the air, we'll be back with HMG Insanity. Special start time for that. And then later this evening, much later this evening, we got a special HMG After Dark. We're doing a watch along of JCW Stranglemania, pal. And then the plan after that is we're going to do a review after that. Do like a separate review of Stranglemania. Which I'm not going to lie, I'm not happy about, and I got pressured and strong-armed into doing with what little time I have to myself this weekend, which I'm already giving enough to HMG.
Championship first time, hands down. WrestleMania 1, the main event. My father. Stone Cold Steve Austin came out, and the entire stadium erupted and said, "Hell yeah!"
Oh, nice, Dan. Good shit. Whoop whoop. Congrats, pal.
Andre and Kogan standing there in the middle of this huge stadium. Just one of those iconic moments of wrestling history. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. I remember being in that building, how emotional it was. It was pandemonium. That was incredible.
Nice, Lab Rat. Good shit. Hey, what's up, Nelson? Whoop whoop. Pre-party, pal. We going. Whoop whoop. You know, it's going through a list of like WrestleMania moments right there. Like, I'm sorry, I love you. The body slam.
WrestleMania is magic. It's one of those things we dream about. It's just that the one show that can change your life. WrestleMania has given a lot of people in the world hope.
Hey, what's up, Grass? Is doing well. What to do with you? Whoop whoop.
This is WrestleMania, bro.
And hey, what's up, Final Boss? See, for tonight, going into Saturday morning, tonight we're going to do SmackDown. And then after that is going to be an HMG Insanity. And then we get a little bit of a break tonight. I think I'm probably going to do probably take a break and then do some Twitch up until it's time for JCW Stranglemania. And then and then me and Jimmy are going to do a review right afterwards.
Title seeking. Mommies withstood endless attacks. Jade and Rhea under one roof after weeks of volatile interactions tonight here in Vegas. Plus,
hey, what's up, Zane? Whoop whoop. Happy Friyay. Always good to see you, pal.
about to take part in his 7th WrestleMania match. But will this be the breakout moment for the rising star Trick Williams? Mr. Title match we will hear from Trick tonight. Also here tonight, two of the very best in the women's tag team division, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. This weekend, it'll be a fatal 4-way. Charlotte and Alexa, 2 of the 4. The former champs in position to regain gold. Those teams will meet up here in Vegas on SmackDown. Oh, yeah! This is a hell of a truck. Certainly is. It's like you, brother. It's like you. Gentlemen.
Pat, as discussed, here's the agreement.
Oh, yeah, also and Saturday, too, because of a 2-night thing. Yeah, Saturday after SmackDown because of, WrestleMania, and then Twitch, JCW, and then post-show review.
None of you bums would understand that. I'll have to read this entire thing before I could sign it. I assume there's a lot of pages in this entire
I don't mean to interrupt, my friend. Nick, I got something to say. I'm going to leave you to it. You can handle this.
Yeah! Brady's about to go ruin the show by telling some truths for an Adam Pearce. And on that note, there we part. And
Yeah, it's going to be rough. That is going to be rough.
The Viper one sleep away from potential history-making moment at Mania.
Oh, yeah, because the Andre Battle Royal is part of it. And that's tonight. It's not bad. It felt like a literal pull out of the ass, and they're trying to make sense out of it when there's really no sense to be made. It's going pretty good, although getting a little bit stressed and stretched thin because, as is a story of my life, you find people you care about, you want to give them your time, you want to give them your effort, and then all of a sudden it becomes not enough, and they demand more. They want more out of you because what you're giving them isn't enough for them anymore. And then you get pressured and strong-armed into doing things and giving up more of your time that you don't have to give. Yeah, I don't mind Pat. Pat being in there he's a good talker. He's charismatic, but it just seems very out of. He's doing his best. He's doing his best.
I'll be the first one.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, brother. Whoop whoop.
To admit it. I don't need Pat McAfee. The truth is, I want him.
Man, he's pissing off the right fans. That is true.
McAfee is the only straight shooter in this company. He doesn't tell me. He doesn't tell me what I want to hear. He tells me what I need to hear. And what I needed to hear is that all along, all I ever needed to do was just be me.
Thank you, Dan. Whoop whoop.
McIntyre for the title. Now, there's no love lost for McIntyre. I knew that I could be who I needed to be in that ring with Drew and take his title. Easy cake. Back home to St. Louis with the title. Done.
Let's just say management, and we'll leave it there.
Cody Rhodes won the title back. Cody Rhodes won the title
whoop.
back in a rematch, so now I couldn't do what I needed to do. I couldn't be who I needed to be. I couldn't hurt my friend. And then I let
That's
Cody
awesome.
Rhodes
That's awesome, man. Whoop whoop.
give me permission to be me. Who the hell is Cody Rhodes to give me permission? What, to be myself? I wrote the book on being me. I am the Viper. I listen to the voices when I want, and that cocky son of a bitch tried to give me permission. Give me permission. Relationships work. In case you didn't know, but with Cody as a friend, all I ever did was give. All he ever did was take. Tomorrow night, we main event night.
Possibly. It is possible. We might. Who knows? I mean, we'll have to see.
Versus Roman Reigns and The Rock, and Cody needed a friend, a partner. He needed someone to have his back. Then he calls Seth Rollins. He didn't take now. Solo's bloodline.
We got Hammer in the house. Whoop whoop. Too legit to quit. Always good to see you. Hope all is well. Happy Friday. Yeah, pal.
I'm there to have his back, and what did I get from my career-threatening back surgery? All he ever does is take. And this is the best one. he gifts a WWE Championship match to my friend at the time, Kevin Owens. And then, wouldn't you know it, to make matters worse, Kevin Owens turns on Cody. And what do I do as Cody's friend? I come, I have his back. I'm there by his side. I try to talk.
That I've heard that on several shows. People suggesting that.
I get dropped on
I mean,
my
that's
head
definitely a possibility.
A pile driver, a career-threatening move. I almost was put out. I could have been out forever. That could have been it. All Cody Rhodes does is take. Has done more for me, my career, and my legacy than Cody Rhodes has done in half of a lifetime. Cody thinks that bringing McAfee into the fold hurts my legacy. No, Cody, you got it wrong. Helping you these last few years has hurt my legacy.
It's like I know, it's like the promo got done cutting.
Night one, main event, WrestleMania 42.
Yeah, and he didn't invoke McAfee to do it.
I'm gonna fix my legacy. I'm gonna take.
Hey, what's up, Dark Side? Woo woo! Happy Friday. Hope all's well. Always good to see you.
And I'm gonna do it with the three most dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment. R-K-O.
That is the Viper. The night before. He's saying all Cody's done.
Yeah, you hacked into my headset, pal.
Take. It's been a while since we've seen this particular look in the eyes of Randy Orton.
Good to hear.
It spells trouble.
Whoop, whoop.
Nightmare. I don't know what McAfee said to Randy Orton. We may never find out. But one thing is for sure. Cody Rhodes is a marked man. Smart. And that is how we say hello to you here to
Hey, what's up, Buckshot Kid? Hope all's well. Always good to see you, pal. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to order it later, before sometime tonight.
Solo and his MFT.
Hey, what's up, Scott Woodford? Always good to see you, pal. Happy Friday.
Everywhere I go, I hear the same thing. And you want to be closer to this. That's exactly why we built Club WWE. This is everything WWE. brought closer to you in one ultimate membership. Join the Wheelers now and become the ultimate
Whoop,
insider.
whoop. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, the biggest problem WCW had was that there wasn't a, like, okay, the buck stops here with this guy, like the WWF with Vince McMahon, where, okay, what he says goes. Whereas the structure in WCW, because it was a corporate property owned by owned by Warner Brothers or Turner, there's so many people they could appeal to and heads they could go over to get what they wanted done. Yeah, I know. I was responding to what Gress was saying. If there would have been like a Vince McMahon there who, like in WWF, had Russo's back and said, this is the direction we're going, and anybody who's got a problem with that, well, you can deal with me. They didn't have that at WCW. Nice. Whoop, whoop. Man, that crash out was tremendous. Like, he very clearly was coming across like a jilted lover or a jealous lover that, like, his significant other was talking to somebody else. Whoop, whoop.
Man, WWE World is so impressive. Corey and I were there yesterday. The big crowds, the fan favorite experiences, stacked superstar lineups. Plus, you can gear up with the ultimate WrestleMania 42 merchandise, the largest superstore in history. And it's open until 11 p.m. tonight. So head to WWEWorld.com for tickets, information, and all the updates. My favorite parts of WrestleMania every year, but tonight it's about settling a
That would be great if TK returned to the show. Although after watching after this week's Dynamite, it would not surprise me if TK and Russo are having private conversations now. Because that last Dynamite looks like something that Tony would have wrote after having a conversation and sitting in the learning tree for like an hour conversation. Doing St. Louis style pizza on one night and doing New York style pizza the other night.
Back with the lantern and back to business for the Wyatt Six, and it is on. 8-man tag team street fight, wasting no time, right to business. No countouts, no disqualification, everything is legal.
It's certainly up there as a disappointing angle for sure. One of the most disappointing ones. It started out hot and like the way it opened was good, and then afterwards was terrible.
Chopped down in the middle of the ring. Here comes Rowan. Oh, big man on big man.
Whoop, whoop.
Eric Rowan gets the best of it. Rowan's got a crazed look in his eyes. The same can be said for the rest of the family. They're going Loomis and Gacy. To the outside, right to the floor.
This is a shoot. Let me pull this up real quick. I actually have White Castle scheduled to be delivered to me like a half an hour before Shangomania starts. Yeah, it's very yeah, he might have. Very, very likely.
7 foot grabbing the steel steps, street fight in this 8-man tag. Oh my God! Oh, Joe Gacy and Dexter Loomis both down. Loomis has diamond plate tattoos in his forehead now. Look out! No! Good Lord! He just threw the steel steps right at Rowan. This is ugly.
Hey, what's up, Frank? Whoop, whoop.
Joe and Corey with you here on SmackDown the night before WrestleMania. Things have gotten wild immediately in our 8-man tag team street fight between the MFT and the Wyatt Six. What a way to kick off WrestleMania weekend. This thing
maybe.
is brutal as expected thus far. Incredible scenes. Moments ago, just holding the steel steps over his head. He's nearly 7 foot.
No, I didn't. It really didn't.
That he was coming down with, wielding them as a weapon, throwing them.
It really wasn't until the NWO where they really started doing that.
JC Mateo putting a beating on Joe Gacy. JC Mateo, powerhouse, the Olympic pedigree.
Yeah, here it is. If you guys can see it. Oh, that glare is terrible shit. That's terrible glare, but set for between 12:54 and 1:34 a.m. Whoop, whoop. Hey, what's up, cold-blooded? Whoop, whoop. Always good to see you, pal.
JC Mateo, but from behind comes Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga absolutely fearless, and you have to be when you're dealing with Rowan. Oh, God, man, oh, man. Just flatten Tama Tonga. Yeah! Oh, Kendo from Solo Sikoa. Street fight rules here on SmackDown. One swing, Solo has regained control of this one for his family tree.
Yeah, to be fair, though, I think as great as New Jack would have been on WWE, they would not have let him be him. They would have not let him be him. They would have watered him down so bad.
Hey, I like this. I like seeing this out of Dexter Loomis. Go to the eyes. It's legal in this one.
It airs 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, midnight Pacific. Whoop, whoop.
Another big strike from the kendo stick to Uncle Hal. Part of last few minutes. Oh, it is high, it is deep, and I don't think it's playable. Solo Sikoa teeing off.
It is, but look, it's one of the few places that's open around me, and I need sustenance. I need fuel to get me through Stranglemania and the review afterwards. And thought, why not? It's a party. Let's get some White Castle and have some fun. Get some of them sliders, pal. Ooh. I could see New Jack and Nation as like the. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, New Jack is kind of like if they needed a sick like the Killer on somebody, that's him.
Former tag team champions reminding the world just why they are showing their stuff right now. The leg drop from Loomis. Big super kick by Gacy takes down Tama Tonga on the outside. And now Tama Tonga outnumbered in the ring. Penny combination. And Gacy wanted the powerbomb, didn't get the match.
No, not at all, but it's just like, you know, it's a party. It's a good time.
And now Mateo is finding his gear. Whipping Loomis down to the canvas. Mateo is an absolute unit. One of the strongest men on the roster, period, bar none. Oh, man, releasing him. I have a feeling this long-standing score is about to be settled tonight in Vegas, Joe.
Yeah, for weeks and weeks, back and forth they have gone. Back and forth they've gone as to who.
Hey, we got the hacker himself in the house, the boss man. Rise and praise, Yalla, infidels. What's up, Ben? Always good to see you, pal. Happy Friday. Whoop, whoop.
And Tyler very well may have a point. Perhaps it clouded Solo's judgment. Because right now the NFTs are dominating. Tonga 7.
Now, one thing they've done, they put like matches you think would go on Mania. They started putting them on SmackDown, like SmackDown before, like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and like the TLC match last year.
How brand new he is to this industry. This young man continues to get better each and every time he steps in the ring, which could spell doom for everyone else.
And now Eric Rowan is there to meet him. Center of the ring. Can he? Are you kidding?
Combat.
Man, I need to get me some poppers. I haven't had them in a minute. Like that 3-piece for $5. I'm with that.
Suicide dive by Eric Rowan. Look at this maniac. The big rig. Yeah. Rowan launching himself to the outside.
That was like an aircraft carrier flying through the air.
You ain't kidding. It just shows how
Yeah,
versatile.
that is a wild day for 420 in Atlanta on a Monday. So you got the week 18 and 19 on Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
And now every possible useful weapon of note is coming out and entering the ring.
Yeah, but what happened though? I got to hear about this. Anything like specific happened or just super busy?
Rowan may end this rivalry here and now.
Yep, Battle Royal. Whoop, whoop.
Right on top of Solo. Oh, did you hear that?
Group.
We felt it.
And look at Rowan. There is a different level of intensity tonight. Oh!
Kudos to Solo for having the toughness to soldier on.
8-man tag team street fight.
Oh, nice, Nelson. Whoop, whoop.
Outrageous action here on steel steps as Joe Gacy gets sent into him. Everybody collectively, Corey, you heard a chorus of wow when Rowan went.
Ooh, that is a sweet deal. Nice.
Absolute melee. Rarely, if ever, do you see someone the size of Eric Rowan take flight like he did. But again, it just illustrates how personal the rivalry between these two factions has become over the past few months. This is about this town not being big enough for the both of us. Impact with Rowan as JC Mateo is not holding back, nor is Tongaloa.
Yeah, why isn't she getting involved?
That kendo stick into splinters right now. Meanwhile, back in the ring, the steel chair.
Yeah, it is going to be a rough weekend, but we're here hanging and chilling, pals. Get it? Whoop, whoop. And cheers, generals.
Beating the tar out of Eric Rowan with the steel chair. It was Rowan who brought all the weapons out, but they fell into the hands of the Empire. Is set up to do damage on Uncle Howdy. And now Solo
Whoop, whoop.
just sits down over his fallen prey. His deepest rival, and just poking him, saying, "You want more? Here it comes." Right across the side of his neck. The power play for Solo. And
Speaking of Master Truth Theater, since Ben's in the chat, I got to throw this out there. There was a story that I just recently heard about that Jim Ross told in one of his autobiographies. I think it's The Man in the Black Hat. Of a time he was in the car with Vince while he was driving. It was literally Master Shoot Theater come to life.
that could be the beginning of the end for the Wyatt Six. Full Impact.
I don't know if you've heard that story, but go check that out. I'm not going to tell it because I can't do it justice, and I know I'd fuck it up.
Face to face with Uncle Howdy, delivering the message. They secured their family's beloved lantern back after a victory.
My favorite strain, I'm more
The Wyatt Six find themselves
of a Diesel Girl Scout cookie type guy. Like anything that comes from like Diesel or Girl Scout cookies or OG Kush, that's kind of where I more lean towards.
These two teams have been like the hat. Continue forever, but right now, Uncle Howdy turning the tides. And he's doing so as a one-man show with steel chair in hand. And Howdy delivers Solo right on top. Spine, Corey. Vicious Uranagi from Howdy just sends Tongaloa. No, Nikki. What's Nikki doing? Nikki cross! Cross body! Off the turnbuckle to the floor. Down goes Tongaloa. Now Uncle Howdy lining it. Sister. No! What a massive boot. Tonga with a massive boot to save the day.
Honestly, that'd be the spot to do it. It's on the ESPN. It's a kind of a throwaway match. Yeah, do it. That'd be a good spot to do it.
With a kendo strike at the last possible second. And now Lewis and Gacy tee it off on Tonga. Anything goes, and it has.
Dab time. Whoop, whoop.
From the nearly 7-footer, Tonga. He has been a major. Rowan. He stood up to it. No, that steel chair had no effect on Tonga. See, both big men out on the floor, and you see Rowan greatly affected by that fall. Rowan grasping his right knee. Tonga connected face first with the ring apron. His paint still smeared. Tonga again. Sister Abigail couldn't be delivered, and Tonga's getting rid of that arm sleeve. He's thinking cutthroat.
He's thinking about the end. Solo with the spike first. The spike comes out of nowhere. And they do it. Here are your winners. NXT. Fat Joe was one of the damnedest street fights I think I've ever seen.
Pretty much, yep.
Pure, unbridled brutality from the opening bell.
At least 15. I'd say probably somewhere between 15 and 20, which is way too long for TV.
It appeared to be Tomatonga's for the taking, was instead taken by Solo Sikoa. Mention some of the recent tension with Tomatonga. I don't know if that's going to smooth the waters between these two, but the MFT needed this one, and they did.
Not only is it a better team, dog.
And thank God.
They're on Raw.
Exactly. This could be an easy layup, dog. Oscar cursed him, dog.
Here we go again with Oscar. Danhausen, man.
Danhausen was last week. Oscar was the one that cursed him, dog. Xavier Woods is sick. Right, he's so sick, he done turned Sammy Sosa white. Lavender white. Obviously, dog. It's over there.
Grayson Waller is from Australia, yes.
We're talking about Xavier Woods.
No, you're talking about Waller.
Talking about Xavier Woods, dog. What does Waller have to do with this? Are you okay?
Maybe.
You gotta get it together. In Las Vegas.
And R-Truth saying R-Truth things. Hey, there's one of the most recognizable trophies in the industry right there. Of course, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is coming up later.
Oh, gee.
Every year, honor the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the change of career. By the way, everything has been happening here in Vegas this week, or the Strip House, as some like to call it. It's been swept up in both Danhausen's Mania here for WrestleMania, including everything happening. And some artists renewing their vows in a certain interruption.
Yeah, the material was bad. The material was bad. God bless Truth, though, for trying.
Things happen to me in WWE. But by far, the best thing that's ever happened to me here is you. And I just want to say, who the hell do you think you are?
Oh, hi. Grace, how are you?
What the hell are you doing?
What is that? Oh, I'm Dan Hansen, the ring boy, I'm the best man, and I'm the maid of honor.
No, you're not. You are nothing.
Oh, do something.
You may now curse the bride.
Oh, you are cursed.
Yeah, that was a good 28 years ago.
Too good. I mean, it's just too good. And that full video will be on WWE's social channels later tonight. All right, we're just a week removed from one of those violent scenes. We're going to take a closer look at their heated feud. That's next on SmackDown, right before Mania.
That's tremendous.
Talk in like you own the air. Because confidence, that's your superpower.
Acknowledge me.
You don't dodge the noise. You flip it. Own it.
All right, we got a hard commercial. It means I'm going to step outside for a little smoky toky and see what we got tonight. We're still on the bridge. We're still on the bridge, pal. See what it... MC Sean style. Whoop, whoop. All right, be right back. 1 sec. Yeet. Whoop, whoop. Nice. I got to look into that. Yeah, give me those Shorty G jerseys and those Happy Lana Day shirts, pal. Like and subscribe, pal. Whoop, whoop. That'd be awesome if that happens. There's one great big fuck you to them for passing them over. Yeah, him too. Oh, yeah, and J-Rod. Don't forget about J-Rod. J-Rod, baby. J-Rod, baby. Now I'm saying, era. Oh yeah, they're. I would not doubt they get the use out of Danhausen this weekend. They'd be stupid not to get use out of Danhausen this weekend. Like if we're not having an interaction between him and John Cena, what are we even doing here?
I'm one of the few people I know from East Palo Alto that's living their dream.
If given the opportunity, yes, but she's way out of my league. Way out of my league. Yeah, if the opportunity ever came where, yes, absolutely, but I know it ain't happening. She's way out of my league.
So I knew like one person I was gonna watch was my mom. It just like she was proud of me.
That's true. Yeah, you got OVW, JCW, WWE, and AEW talent on the same show, and independent talent who used to work there.
What happened? What was going on? She was definitely proud.
Mom is with me. All the memories, all the years. So that's one thing that kept me going.
Get me Big Al, pal.
Or crutch. I believe that when you tap into your he's a good kid.
Will is a perfect example of how you can work hard and make your dreams come true.
Nobody in my era from these spots I'm supposed to be here. Nobody. My mom is proud of me.
A glimpse of the reality of the emotions of Royce Keys. Then later on tonight in the Battle Royal, you see the size, the strength, and the power of Royce Keys. A true inspirational tale by winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. What a moment that could be. Now, that competition coming up later tonight. Meanwhile, tomorrow, WWE will not be held.
That's awesome, Dan. Whoop, whoop.
What happens with Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu?
It's probably for the best after what we've seen in the past from these two animals. This is last week here on SmackDown. McIntyre.
This is the real me.
From behind, and this is the type of violence that lives within the Scottish psychopath, the former WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. Absolutely brutalizing Fatu on the outside, delivering a future shock DDT, and somehow continue to get worse. McIntyre making it known he is not afraid.
Yep, surfshark.com/Steph. Whoop, whoop.
And this was just absolute disrespect, ripping the tomorrow. So you've been cutting
Pop hammer. Whoop, whoop.
again.
And Pop and Point Zane. Whoop, whoop. And we got Liz in the house. What is up? Happy Friyay. Hope all is well. Always good to see you.
Tomorrow it's on unsanctioned match, Fatu and McIntyre.
Last week, McIntyre put the Samoan werewolf down, but he clearly refused to stay down.
He didn't get one. He didn't get one in AEW. Nice, Nelson. Whoop, whoop.
Tell the whole world that I'm still a criminal. Huh? You still are doubling back, huh? We could talk about my life all you want. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not afraid of it. And for sure, check this out. I for sure don't live that life no more. What, Drew, you thought putting me in cuffs in front of my family was gonna embarrass me? Man, come on.
Give me the old Ford Crown Vic, pal. Whoop, whoop.
He really died putting me in cuffs was gonna embarrass me. That didn't bother me at all. Hell no! I mean, hell, even the Popo know I ain't the same guy no more. But Drew, this is where you get very twisted. Tomorrow night, unsanctioned match. That means no Nick Aldis, no police, no security, no management, no army, no navy. Hell, the SWAT team can't even stop me while I'm beating your ass. And Drew, the best thing about it, there's no one to save you.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, so bring that camera over here and let's get a clear damn view. Drew, you try to put me back in that jail cell. Drew, you tried to put me back in that jail cell where I done changed my life, but the truth is, I already put that in my rear view. Get done beating your ass tomorrow, that's exactly where I'm putting you, in the back in my rear view. So tomorrow night, at WrestleMania 42, you're gonna see Jacob Fatu shake them dreads. Hey Drew, get a calculator, do the math, cause tomorrow night at WrestleMania,
It's me, Fatu.
no bitch ass.
Ah, son of a bitch.
No one to save you, Drew. Hard contest. WWE claims no responsibility for the safety of Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu.
Las Vegas, beware. There's a
thought I would need signed. But I did become a tag team champion with someone who became my best friend.
Yeah, I know, bestie. 2025 was pretty epic. 2026 has been even better. WrestleMania tomorrow.
Right, but before we can win gold at WrestleMania tomorrow, we need to beat Bayley and Lyra tonight so we can walk into WrestleMania with momentum, walk out as tag team champions. But no matter what, we will still be best friends.
I know. The gold is the friendship we've made along the way. I understand. Trust me.
Yeah.
No, but like, I know. Friendship is super important. Above all else. But how great would real gold be tomorrow?
Oh my God, Charlotte.
What? Think about it. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, 2-time tag team women's champion, WrestleMania Las Vegas. I know she has to get that.
I don't know about you, Joe. I mean, Shaq and Kobe vibes from those two. There's no doubt about it.
I always like I like the chemistry between Charlotte and Alexa. I just wish they had way better creative than what they're being given.
There's been a lot of odd couples, unusual duos in WWE history, but these two might take the cake. Yeah, one of the most unexpected of tag team champions who will ever come. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. With a combined weight of 469 pounds, they are the
I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
Just a matter of weeks ago, you wouldn't dream it up.
Like think like
Want to go without seeing that.
2 years ago from 2 years ago to now.
Against Kofi Kingston and Grayson Waller. That is
Just a slow descent.
Stewie, you are an absolute legend. Remember when he showed us how to get around the firewall? He's so good at doctoring receipts. Am I right? Business expenses. And who knew AI can make it look like you're in the office? This guy!
Miss, have a Snickers.
Snickers satisfies.
Yeah, and it was a few month reign. I'm guessing something to do with Pat McAfee and yeah, won it at WrestleMania, cash in Money in the Bank. I'm sorry, Senior Money in the Bank. Oh yeah, very much so. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Yeah, basically saying you're the B show guys. You're the B show guys. I should. Did I say? Is that what I said? Okay, that was weird. Like a weird pop-up of Cody just showed up, and then we're right back to that be right back thing. Oof. That's tough because I don't think they, for sure. Out of the three, I don't see them letting Bianca go, and because she's married to Ford, I could see them keeping Bianca and Ford and doing like a heel power couple thing, and then releasing Dawkins. Yeah, Bianca, I can't see them letting her go. She's way too much money. I can't see them letting her go. That makes. Then again, it is WWE. I don't think like they do.
All right, it's official. Welcome to WrestleMania 42. Are you ready to see the set? 5, 4, 3.
This is great. I mean, here's the set for WrestleMania Allegiant Stadium, and WWE invited over 30 content creators from
Corey, is there a bigger superstar who's a bigger fan than Tyrese Halliburton sitting ringside?
Absolutely not. Tyrese Halliburton always having a good time ringside, one of the best seats in the house. No doubt he's enjoying WrestleMania weekend to its fullest.
Now, Priest.
I'm with that. That'd be a great story to tell. The story for they fired my tag team partner, and now you have these guys trying to replace me.
A unique dynamic when it comes to Grayson and Kofi, as well as trying to impress Kofi.
He seems to have his eye on none other than Javon Evans. He's going to have an eye on. No doubt about it. But it seems as though
Point Zane, whoop whoop.
Waller still hasn't been accepted as a full-blown member of the New Day. But I'll tell you this much: if Waller can somehow help Kofi become tag team champion once again, that would certainly strengthen Waller.
Oh, that should be tremendous. That will probably end up on Look Mom doing a bass show in my basement.
Let's not undersell it, Joe. R-Truth is absolutely out of his mind and offered a championship opportunity to somebody who
And points to Ben. Whoop whoop.
That was Grayson Waller, and now here they are, Kofi and Grayson going for the gold. Of course, Priest and R-Truth
And honestly, at this point, nor should he. You know, it is chopping block season. Do everything wild you can to get over, or anything you can to get over.
extremely familiar feeling for Kofi Kingston, one of the most prolific tag team competitors in pro wrestling history. And let's give the New Day credit. As a trio, titles, there could be more to come. But right now, a tall task awaits Waller.
You have Charles Robinson, the absolute worst human being on the planet. You know, at least according to Stevie Richards. And I trust him.
Absolutely. Listen, he was in Vegas with me a month ago watching Jai Opataya, the best cruiserweight in the world, ringside, the fellow Aussie.
I was going to say, if they fail to capture the titles tonight, maybe call your buddies at Zufla and help them out.
He would love that. Big boot from Priest. He just chucks Waller into the corner before delivering a series of right hands from one striker to another in a massive uppercut.
Which is, of course, a Stevie Richards show running gag of how Stevie Richards always talks about how he ribs about, oh, yeah, Charles Robinson, the worst guy ever, but that's a rib because Charles Robinson's actually an awesome dude. And one of Stevie's closest friends.
But with that said, Kofi Kingston and Waller have spent a significant amount of time together. Much more.
Make sure to check out the Stevie Richards show.
That's why I marvel at what you just brought up with Damian Priest and R-Truth. They're sitting around the locker room. Next thing you know, R-Truth gets them involved in what was tag team turmoil #1 contenders match. They make the run, they win the championships. I think Priest is still shaking his head over the whole scenario.
I think Damian Priest in his soul believes that lightning struck once and it rarely strikes twice. But right now, Truth and Priest doing very, very well for themselves.
Not the same response, Grayson.
To be fair, there's not much to like about Grayson Waller. Kind of obnoxious.
Priest's gonna let him know. Kofi Kingston waiting in the wings. That was going to be South of Heaven with serious damage on the outside, and Kofi saved the day for Grayson.
Whoop, whoop.
WWE Tag Team Championship Open Challenge met here. Damian Priest, R-Truth defending against Kofi Kingston
and Grayson Waller here at T-Mobile Arena the night before Mania. Special start time for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, Nikki's probably doing the like going back to the old JTG playbook where it's like just stay just out of sight, out of mind enough to where they forget you're there, but you still get enough. You like they kind of like you're still kind of remembered, but not enough. And every time those like cuts come, you just they forget about you. When it comes time for cuts, they forget about you. He had a pretty good streak with that for a while. Oh, gotcha. Points. Whoop, whoop.
Disrespect from Grayson Waller. And now all that leverage is pinning R-Truth's throat against that middle rope. There's still to come tonight. He'll be the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. This we get to hear from the American Nightmare himself in response to how the Viper Randy Orton, his WrestleMania challenger, kicked off tonight. Now, what a message delivered from Randy Orton the night before he will fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. Three Roads arrival here to T-Mobile. Desperately trying to make it to his corner. Inches away now, R-Truth from the tag. They were put on the brakes.
Man, not a lot of heat in this one.
Oh, just takes his legs out. And the shoe comes in the shoe.
You know what? It's nice to see a drop. You know, props to Kofi. I like seeing a drop down actually be effective, and what its purpose is.
Right now, Kofi Kingston perched up top. Kofi delivers into the cover. And that left shoulder gets up from R-Truth.
Whoop, whoop.
Kingston and Waller to this point, since taking control of this match, have done an absolutely tremendous job of keeping the fresher man in, quick tags back and forth.
Yeah, it's the idea of the drop down. Even though like 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, you see somebody go for a drop down, he gets stepped over. The point of the drop down is you're trying to trip the guy. So I like it whenever every once in a while you see a drop down actually trip the guy up, but at least in this case, Kofi did a great job of selling it by he threw himself into Truth's legs. Not just like, you know, the drop down, he threw himself into his legs.
And he has been taking serious hires. Looking for new champs right here. Waller is not a full-blown member of the New Day, Joe. Kofi Kingston has to be inside a little upset with the fact that Waller didn't have the awareness that he wasn't legal, executed a cover that Kofi should have, and might have given the championships to Kingston and Waller. Grayson Truth are coming off their first tag team championship defense. That
Ooh.
April 3rd. They're in a tough spot.
Yeah, that's another one you could go into. Yeah, it said go the other way onto the back. That's what's great about wrestling. There's so many different ways to get to the same destination.
Inching toward his corner, toward Damian Priest. R-Truth desperate to find Priest. And here comes Priest. Damian Priest unloading the heavy artillery. All the big strikes from the big man.
Whoop, whoop.
Pushing into one corner. Delivering to Waller on the other end. Priest doing what he does best.
Yeah, there will be a break. I'm not sure how long. Now I'm going to probably do some Twitch. And then go right into Stranglemania. I have not done an all-nighter in a long time. And I thought, you know what, why not? Stranglemania and HMG fam is worth it. Whoop, whoop.
The Outlaw lining it up, looking to turn out Waller's lights. Lariat, Waller sensed it coming, able to counter.
Yes, the magic without getting hurt. Yes.
To retain. Kofi comes in for the save.
Those are always, that's what, when it comes to working or being a good worker, that's what I always thought of, like the best workers are the ones who make it look the most real without hurting the other person they're working with. And to me, I always thought Bret Hart was the best.
He believes that he's been tagged in.
Burning on his own tag partner. Get your back straight, Truth.
The running shoulder blocks. Well, you know who's hosting WrestleMania?
I'm sorry. I just can't get into I just cannot get into Japanese wrestling. I'm sorry.
Pull it up, gentlemen.
I think Priest maybe knows exactly what they want.
Yeah, Benoit was great at that.
Priest and Truth in stereo. Knuckle shuffle.
I need to find a new host because of secondhand embarrassment. Up and down we go.
Oh, you want teamwork? You got it. And step. There are your winners. And still.
I think Eddie was up there. I'd put Jeff Jarrett up there.
It may have been an unlikely win, but it's a W nonetheless.
Everything has been unlikely when it comes to Damian Priest and R-Truth as they hold those tag team championships. Hey, how about the next start with Randy?
The Viper's on a mission. It's crystal clear.
I mean, I know that, but it's just the actual in-ring product. It's just
And we are being told that the undisputed champion Rose is indeed
I could never get into it. Could never get into it, and I've tried. I have tried.
final rep for Rose in this historic match tomorrow. Here's a look at the undisputed WWE Championship and how we've arrived here.
It's crazy that you boo me. I'm the hero in this entire thing. Randy Orton is gonna save this business while winning his 15th world.
True, but it's on at prime time. Like, that's, evening
Fandom
when I'm, not trying to go to sleep.
they do not want to see that. I am home, you dick. I was born to be in this business. If Randy Orton doesn't walk out of WrestleMania as a 15-time world champion,
Yeah, Ishii. I like Ishii. Like when I've seen him cross over into like TNA and whatnot, I liked him because he's one of those guys I thought knew how to work.
where you going, Cody? You going to suck Triple H's ass?
Oh yeah, Steamboat and Angle. I forgot about them. Yeah, those two were great too.
Cody, hey, I got your attention? Okay, good. I think maybe, just maybe, you're forgetting something, huh? I'm gonna bring your boy directly to you.
Well, and also too, it's short and doesn't air, like AM the next day. Yeah, plus I'm not a teenager or preteen like I was back in the 90s, early 2000s, where I could get away with doing that. I'm an adult with responsibilities, and I need to get some DoorDash hours in this weekend, cram as many in as I can so I can pay my bills.
Defends his gold against 14-time world heavyweight champion, the Viper, Randy Orton, and who knows what role Pat McAfee will play in the outcome.
Of course, another championship on the line. Jade Cargill making her way here. We will hear from Jade tonight before Mania.
That's coming your way next.
The undisputed #1 live podcast in the world is coming to WrestleMania. Tony, Triple H, have you seen these auditions?
Hey, don't. Last year I became the most watched.
Yes, he was, but also it kind of depended on who's in the ring with. Like if he didn't like you, he'd stiff you. Or if he did like you, he would stiff you, but it would be like in a way where it's like he expects you to give it back to him.
A priest and a rabbi walks into a bar.
Oh, wait, that's a rib. You're ribbing, sorry.
I said that night.
This is going to be insane.
This is going to be awesome.
Kill Tony tomorrow. Tickets on
Dude, I remember once the story between I forgot what paper it was, but it was Shamrock and Vader, where Vader was stiffing him. Shamrock was like, dude, lay off. He didn't, so Shamrock started stiffing him back and bloodied up a bit, and that was actually kind of where they got a respect for each other. Yeah, I know that's getting so out of whack, man. Like, I could go off on a rant on that, but then that leads us down a completely different rabbit hole and tangent that's like takes us away from what we're doing tonight. Yeah, Jade is like a one in a million, just genetic specimen. Andy Hartwell too. Yeah, but those were the times though. They were making that comeback. Like honestly, like they had so much great programming in '97 though. I think those lean times is what gave them that great programming. That Hart Foundation stuff and the stuff and the build to like the last month or so leading up to WrestleMania, tremendous. In your house, pal. Yeah, but not only did they do it, but they actually had the workers they had could do it. Nowadays, like, honestly, as a shoot, what percentage of the current WWE locker room between Raw and SmackDown, men and women, do you believe could actually call a match on the fly in the ring if called upon to do so? They could actually do it. Yep, when that should be 100%. Like everybody on the roster should be able to do that. Like if you're on the Raw or SmackDown roster, you should be able to do that. My opinion. Unless it's a rare extreme circumstance where you have something to offer, you're extremely coachable, and you can be carried by the right people. I think that if I had to guess, that was because for Austin getting those title shots. If I had to guess, it was because just to remind people that he is at this level, and he's going to get it at some point.
Championship 4. Jade Cargill, her allies by her side. This woman absolutely oozes optimism. Jade Cargill is unbothered, headed into arguably the biggest match of her career on the grandest stage of them all.
Whoop whoop.
Dominant competitor WWE has ever known, Rhea Bloody Ripley. But you can see the champion not sweating it in any way, shape, or form.
That would be tremendous. Like if Hammer got hired, that would be nothing but good for the WWE. But I don't mean to put a little damper on that, but as we've seen in history, as Dan explains right here, about Stevie Richards trying to do that and get them to call it in the ring, and the management ripped into him for it.
Sunday will be Jake's third match at WrestleMania, first at the World Championship level.
Right? So I think what it was, the way he was explaining it was, he wanted the guys to call it in the ring, and then he was just going to be there as kind of more like a safety net, where if they kind of got into a spot and got lost, he could get them through it.
How about a little brutality instantly added to your Mania weekend?
And cheers, genitals.
Period. And if mommy can find that same year, this Sunday, history could repeat itself. Oh, I mean, that reaction, he had that riptide off the ropes back at WrestleMania 39, and now look at Rhea. She is ready to have tonight.
Dude, you would do such wonders in that. Like you as a coach, like I'm saying this as a shoot and as a compliment and out of love and respect. You would be like, you as a coach would be a pebble in the pond that could have positive rippling effects throughout the entire company. I mean that as a shoot.
Right now, inside of T-Mobile Arena, Joe, these two women cannot stand one another.
I just wanted to come out here before you started talking and wasting everyone's time. First of all, there's no
Yeah, I kind of gotta tone it down. I feel you on that. I kind of gotta tone it down too,
that you have done, but I don't want to give you an excuse.
so I don't want to pass out before Stranglemania.
And look, I'm not normally the most patient of people,
Anytime, man. Much love. Whoop, whoop.
You're lucky that I'm not going in there right now and whooping your ass.
And hey, what's up, SJ Fantastic? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it is. It is going to be a late and long night. Yeah, Hall of Fame, pal. But yeah, we're not doing that, though. We're not doing Hall of Fame. Always good to see you. Hope all is well.
I can't wait to... Embarrass her, Rhea. The only one that should be embarrassed is
Whoop,
you.
whoop.
Yeah. Shut up. Because you're the one that keeps coming for Jade.
My bad, Zane. I'm sorry.
Fail. Just like all of you fail. Coming for her? I haven't been able to have the chance to come for her. See, Jade, ever since I won...
To be fair, she does seem... She honestly seems like she's really tired. And as you know, we talked about on the roundtable yesterday, like she seems like she's absolutely burnt and needs to go home and rest.
You've been doing anything that you can not to stand here face to face with me.
And honestly, that'd be good for her character too. Just take time off TV, let her kind of recharge her batteries, let us miss her for a bit.
Just say it to me face to face, alone. I'm scared.
I can always catch the pics and the pics and clips later on social media. Whoop, whoop.
With insecurity? Yeah. Okay. I'm everything you wish you could be. A real bitch. And yeah, you got your way around here, but that's because of that weak ass locker room back there.
Yeah, and I say this because out of, just wanting the best for her well-being, she needs to go home and rest.
Sunday, I put it belt to ass, and you keep talking, I'm gonna make it quick.
Yeah, back injuries and back any type of back issue, those are no joke. Those are like can seriously debilitate you. Like I got a thing. I keep forgetting the name of it. Spondyloid ankleitis or ankleoid spondylitis. I don't remember what it the proper one. What it is I can't do deadlifts. As a shoot, I cannot do deadlifts because there is a chance that if I do, I might not be able to walk the next day.
But I promise you, it will not be in your favor, you narcissistic, selfish, fake-ass bitch!
I mean, that is one direction they could go. Like they could swerve it and damage control is back together. And it was all a swerve, and that's how you get Rhea off TV for a bit, and then you have something for her to, and then you have that storyline to pick right back up from when she comes back, which would honestly that would make sense. If Rhea needs a break, that's a great way to write her off TV. So if she's ready to come back, you have that to pick right back up from.
Women's Championship coming your way Sunday on WrestleMania 42, streaming on the ESPN app. It is on.
The Wyatt family is finished. And it happened because we worked together as a team. You hear me? As a team. As a team, baby. Yeah, right. As a team.
Whoop, whoop.
as a team. Anyways, big man, the night is getting started for you. I want you to go out there, win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and bring that trophy home to this family. MFTs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You. Let's tell Tyler get ready for the Battle Royal. All right?
Yeah, I did hear about that, and that is a big reason where it's like where I'm kind of where I'm going is like she really needs time off the road. It is kind of she doesn't need stress and pressure in her life. That's kind of what I'm saying, and taking time off the road and away from work would be the best thing. This would be a good spot to write her off TV. Yeah, that's all it. Yeah, all it takes is one bet. All it takes is one injury to the back. You're done, because that's basically like that spine, your back, your spine. That's what.
Trying to get herself some status here against Jordan Grace in a #1 contenders match. That's
Good morning, everybody.
Everybody's got their way of doing things and their personality, but the fundamentals are the things that lead you to long-term success. He's able to understand.
Kind of walk where you need him.
Yeah, I saw she was pretty active, or somewhere. I forgot where. I think it was. It might have been House of Glory. I don't remember.
Let them know that there's been doubt in there. That's the difference between arrogance and belief.
And he also understands the difficulty, different psychology of people along the way.
Sorry, I'm so neurotic.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I was neurotic too, so it's quite all right.
He's similar to me. I understand that. So in many ways, he's the best candidate for doing what he's doing because
Ripley's a hugger, pal.
On almost every level.
Yeah, give me Sean's fanny pack with all that sniff powder. Whoop whoop. And before anybody gets their anybody in my catches get their panties in a bunch, that's a reference to the Reliving the War series, a running bit on the Reliving the War series on the Wrestling Bios channel, where there's a running gag about how Sean's fanny pack had some, sniff, and then later on they did a bit where they did a commercial using stock footage of Sean's sniff delivery service. I totally get that. I'm 100% on board. I'm the same way. I'm exactly the same way. Like, if people even get too close to me, I'm like, hey, you're a little too close. Yeah, and let alone hugging. Nice, Nelson. Whoop, whoop. Point slab rat. Whoop, whoop.
in Vegas, the best weekend in all sports entertainment. WWE Slam.
I'm stealing that, Liz. I'm stealing that. Neuro spicy. I like that way more than autistic. I like that way more.
Where users can win physical hobby boxes only in WWE Slam by Tots. Special weekend here, the eve of WrestleMania, coming away WrestleMania 42. Of course, everybody has come out. Athletes and celebrities, including Buffalo Bills offensive lineman Dion Dawkins, guy who dominates the trenches in the NFL and loves to be ringside here. He would never miss WrestleMania. Great to have Dawkins.
No, I won't. I promise I won't.
There's a nice big fancy watch around his wrist, and he knows full well it is tippy time.
Oh, you got some company over here to your right. The United States champ Julia and Kiana James ringside.
Opportunity at Julia.
Just look at her, pal. Just look at her.
It's not over until I win.
So much on the line all weekend long, and here for Jordan Grace, number one.
And her opponent from Austin, Texas, Jordan Grace.
And Corey, she is such a powerhouse on any given night, any given match. She is so capable of dismantling any contender.
Oh, you're absolutely right. The Juggernaut is the genuine article. I actually talked to her earlier today, and Jordan Grace told me she's spent a lot of time at the Performance Center recently, retooling a few aspects of her game. She hasn't tasted the success she sought. But that could all turn around tonight with a number one contendership for the United States Championship.
We'll see what that looks like. So you go back into the lab a little bit, perhaps adding to the offensive arsenal.
That's still too much. That's still too much for 2K26, in my opinion.
Very impressive since joining SmackDown, pushing Jade Cargill to the limit. Fought for the WWE Women's Championship against Jade back on February 13th.
How she is able to utilize a lot of offensive maneuvers most women can't. Look at this.
Oh, you're getting an example of it right away. But you're also seeing the skill set of Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, you're right. And, there's part. Crucifix.
Shoulders down.
Back and forth we go. I would imagine there's an element, not of frustration, but of drive inside of Tiffany Stratton right now.
Yes, I would agree.
To go from defending the championship on the grandest stage of them all 1 year ago to now be without gold here on SmackDown the night before WrestleMania with a chance to become number one contender to the United States Championship. Tiffany knows it's a long climb to the top of the mountain. She may have gotten there faster than she expected last time, but she knows she's going to.
So she is former NXT Women's Champion, the former WWE Women's Champion. You mentioned a year ago that signature moment here in Vegas at WrestleMania.
But no, we're not seeing it defended.
And Jordan able to get her shoulders up and kick out.
Frustration on the face of Tiffany in that moment. Let me tell you, Joe, I've seen a few matches between Jordan Grace and Julia dating back to their tenure in NXT, and these two women leave it all in the ring.
Of course, the winner of this match will compete.
It is really, I got to admit, it is really, really tough for me to watch Jordan Grace on TV without thinking about like those early days were like that I was on, like the car rides that I was on with her, or the shows I was on with her back in the early mid 2010s. In fact, you know what? When I'm on Twitch, I have this as part of a channel point cash in. One of them is Brandon tells a wrestling road story. Well, I'm going to give you guys one tonight. I actually have at least two I can tell. I got two Jordan Grace stories. or at least 2 where she's in part of them, or two major ones I can think of off the top of my head that she was a part of. I'm gonna tell one right now. Okay, so one time there was the carload. We were going to the place called Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling, and at the time they were running out of Crossville, Illinois, which is like right at the border of Illinois and Indiana. And it's at like this, like abandoned high school, like abandoned small town Illinois high school that the person who owns the property rents it out for places like for wrestling and whatnot. Whoop, whoop. So we were doing while we were driving out there, like from there to St. Louis, or from St. Louis to out there, it's like 2.5 hours, or 2.5 hours, depending on stops and whatnot. So the carload, it's my car. At the time I'm driving a 2013 red Kia Rio. It's myself, Warhorse Jake Parnell, Brandon Espinoza, his son, I'm not sure how old his son is at this time, but let's just say it'll be up for debate once we get further into the story, because his son actually plays a major part in the story, and Jordan Grace. So that's the carload. And we're driving, and one of our favorite stops, one of the places we usually, when we go to Strictly Insane, was a place that it was a regular place that we stopped at, like at one point, like 2 times a month. At one point, with a different crew, like me and Warhorse, we used, at the time we each traveled with a crew. It was us, the Hooligans, Devin and Mason Gable, and Alexander Rudolph. Yeah, that was a crew we used to travel with back in the day. And there were also other players in that, but that's other stories for other days. So there was always this one Taco Bell we stopped at. I think it was I want to say Fairview Heights, Illinois. Maybe it might have been like Fairview Heights, Belleville, O'Fallon, Illinois, that area. There was a Taco Bell we always stopped at. So me and Warhorse, Espinoza, and Jordan Grace, and Espinoza's son, we stop at Taco Bell. And while we're eating, we start talking about, fitness and getting in shape and putting on muscle and whatnot. And Espinoza starts talking about some stuff he's kind of taken. And I remember I think Espinoza says something to the effect of like, my memory's not 100% clear. I'm just kind of going with off how I remember. Like somebody says something about oh, you're taking whey. And I remember Warhorse Jake Parnell said, yeah, way bigger. And it led to a chuckle. But one thing I noticed was Jordan Grace is kind of paying attention to the conversation a little bit. That was when she was kind of thick and a little bit pudgy, but still like strong. Like she was still trying to, she was kind of at the point where she's okay, how do I work with this? How do I do something with this?
What a scene here at T-Mobile, the superstars of Raw and SmackDown all together. We're going to have a commercial-free last hour. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal is still to come. I was mentioning Cody Rhodes is going to also be here. His response to what we
Like seriously, like the days I remember being on the road with her and being on shows with her compared to how she looks now, it's night and day. And honestly, and I say this and I mean it's good for her. Good for her. Where she was to where she is now is tremendous.
She has found her gear. Jordan Grace looking to package up Tiffany Stratton. And
Yeah,
she does.
dude. Yes, he is. The fact that he's come back from a stroke.
Right shoulder up and off. And the face of Jordan Grace.
And funny you bring up Jonathan Gresham. He is actually a player in the second story that I'm gonna tell on Twitch.
Instantly after Tiffany Stratton kicked out. First time in this match we've seen that sort of emotion out of Jordan Grace. She calls herself
I mean, I'll say this: my interactions with her, she was always pretty cool.
battle in Vegas. Oh boy, well done by Stratton.
Like I remember one time at I forgot where we were at a show, and there were several of us in a van, and she was standing outside. I was in the passenger seat, and we were all like kind of passing the blunt around. Like she was standing outside. There were a few people in the back, and the guy in the driver's seat. We were all passing a blunt around, and Jordan Grace was standing on the outside on the passenger side. So like it got to her, she passed it to me, and then I passed it to the driver, and he passed it back. Then go around the outside, and yeah, she was cool. She was pretty cool. And welcome back, Hammer. Whoop whoop.
calm and collected. Want to see Julia and Tiffany face to face after that. So much mainstream attention on Friyay.
Yeah, that Disco absolutely called that one. Disco was 100% on the money when he's earmarked Kiana James and said, "There's money there. There's something there." Whoop whoop. That just shows how good Vet is. Whoop whoop. Shout out to Vet. Whoop whoop. No, but interesting you bring that up. Yeah, that's like a big piece of news that's kind of gotten swept under the rug a little bit. Yeah, Paige has re-signed with WWE and will be an active wrestler. $100% Hammer. You cannot teach that aggressiveness. Yeah, that has to be something that's learned, and that's something ingrained and in you. Give me the Tony D blow-up doll, pal. Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, do they really need her? I mean, it seems like the roster's good enough as it is. Like, they got a roster. Yeah, I thought the same thing too, Nell. So like that timing was, it seemed like there's a little bit something to that timing.
WrestleMania coming your way with 6 p.m. Rinse and repeat for Sunday coverage. Countdown Mania post-show to follow. Oh, boy. Oh, you ready? Man. His first Mania. Trick Williams.
Oh yeah, her and AJ. Okay, that. Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Nothing hits like some lemon pepper steppers on the grandest stage of them all.
As they make their way towards us.
Played the Hall of Famer Booker T. That's that man. Trick Williams is that man.
Take it easy now. So whoop whoop. I need to take it easy. I'm gonna take it easy by doing a little bit of drinky poo, boy. Cheers, generals. Whoop whoop. Oh, I like that. The James girls.
What? Huh? Uh-huh. I like it.
If
Now hear me out.
I'm gonna say this right now. This is my opinion. If Trick Williams does not become a main event player at some point, like if he's not a main event world title guy at some point in his career, there's only two reasons why it would happen. People holding him down because they're afraid of how damn good he is, or he does something stupid and fucks it up himself. And I don't see option B happening. I'm not betting on option B happening at any point.
Delivers a haluva kick, but Trick was able to recover fast enough to deliver a trick shot and knock off.
And also, he seems smart enough to know not to get himself into any dumb shit.
You see, Sami Zayn, last week, you hit Lil Yachty with a haluva kick. Last, you hit my friend with the haluva kick. Last week,
Whoop, whoop.
you hurt my friend with the haluva kick. I don't know when Lil Yachty. I don't know if he'll be back Sunday. Which means, Sami Zayn, you did something worse than hurt my friend. You hurt Trick Williams' interest for WrestleMania with the haluva kick. So this is what we're going to do about it.
We ain't waiting till Sunday. Grown folk talk.
I really think it's because like they let Trick stay in NXT for another year and kind of get more time to get more experience and get more reps in and also understand his character more better. Because when he became the TNA champion and when he ran with that, I think that's when it really clicked with him and when he really found himself and understood who he was as a character.
Hey, yo, cut the music. Las Vegas, let me introduce you to Sami Zayn, the gingerbread man.
Whoop, whoop. Way more comfortable.
You know, the thing is, I'm supposed to be upset with you, Sammy. But as I'm right here,
That's the next level for him. If Trick could get things, if he learns to be able to call stuff on the fly, once he's able to do that, he's untouchable.
Sami Zayn fans last week in San Jose. Maybe there's some diehard Sami Zayn fans right here in Las Vegas. Maybe not. So maybe all the
Dude, just like Randy Savage said to Bret Hart,
are in Drury Lane.
which ironically as one of Randy Savage's most famous promos was something that he said as a shoot to Bret Hart backstage. The cream always rises to the top. And when Randy said it to him as a shoot, that was what kind of gave Bret that was kind of what made Bret stick it out. Because he saw, like, Savage told him that, and he saw what happened to Savage in WWF. Like, okay, I'm going to roll with it.
I'm going to be whooping something. Las Vegas, tell them what we going to do.
That's good. That's great. That's funny. No, it is. It's
Okay, if Trick, okay, let's say I kind of got to lower my head for a level. If Trick is right here, giving him a hammer would put him about my back right about me.
I wish I was having as much fun as a long time. Walking into WrestleMania as the United States champion, and I'm still not really having a very good time, Trick.
Dude, reportedly that was one of the reasons why Macho left the WWF, because he thought he had a lot more to give in the ring. He wanted to work with the younger guys and put them over. Specifically saying he wanted to work with Bret and Shawn, do programs with them, and put them over and help get them to the next level. And sadly, the only time Bret and Macho get to work together was in WCW. And those were not good matches.
I don't care. Because I am doing this. I do this every day for the
Yeah, Macho definitely had more in the tank. He had a lot more to give. And he proved that in WCW with the Macho Madness. Ooh, yeah. I mean, dude, he's the guy who, it was his program with Diamond Dallas Page that elevated DDP to that next level. And I really believe that I think that was Macho being like, wanting to do that in WCW. Okay, here's this guy DDP. I can take him to that next level.
Yeah, no. We're going to talk about that in a second, too. Trick, since you got here, when you interrupted me, everybody was talking about you like you were, I'm sorry, can you not stand like that?
Yeah, keyword there being tried.
No.
The problem with Savage was
Go away.
he was smart to Hogan's game and played it already for the past decade.
I don't want to see you.
So he wasn't getting one over on him.
About you like you were the future of this industry, and I was the first one to agree with them. But you know what you've shown me in the last 4 months? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. You've shown me that you have a great entrance. You got a catchy catchphrase. You could apparently. But you know what you haven't shown me? You haven't shown me anything where it counts in this ring when it matters, Trick.
That's true, he did.
When I look at you,
Especially like the Slim Jim was like one of the earliest memes.
the future of this business anymore. Trick, when I look at you now, all I see is a little punk rookie.
Whoop, whoop.
A little punk rookie who's about to walk in.
I love you guys.
With one of the best to ever do it. Who's gonna realize at WrestleMania?
I think it's where they're going with here. I think they're kind of recognizing, okay, fans are booing Sammy, they're cheering Trick. Let's lean into that.
No plan, Sammy. No plan, Trick. No plan, Sammy. Look at me. I am the plan.
Hey, you can always order more from DoorDash, pal. Whoop, whoop.
It took you, the veteran. Now, huh? Your breath smell like 10 pounds of bounce that ass? You done lost yourself. You crashing out. They ain't a safe water bottle backstage because you don't know how to find Sami Zayn no more. But that's right. You are Sami Zayn. One of the most respected guys in the locker room. The guy with all the accolades, all the titles, tag teams, Intercontinental. You have it. You've done it. Because this rookie got in the game. Who doesn't have a plan, Sammy? Look at me when I'm talking to you. Because the truth is, I'm the one that's going to get the job done.
Yeah, just stay away from the wings, though. Yeah, stay away from the wings and the hot dogs. Yeah, stay away from the wings and the hot dogs.
You think that is in my head? You think this is your big plan? This is your big plan? This is the master plan that you cooked up in that big old brain of yours. This is it. You standing in a ring 2 days before WrestleMania.
And I think here is the key that what made Brett work in '97 with what he did. Brett was telling the truth. Nothing he said was wrong. He was just an over-the-top, whiny, crybaby bitch about it. Where it's just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Can somebody please kick this dude's ass and shut him up? And Brett got it and leaned into it. Like one of my favorite like on the fly things I've ever seen on a show was right after that cage match between Sid and Brett. After Brett pushes Vince down, like, this is bullshit. I got screwed. We all know this. You all know it. Sid knows it. And then Sid comes out to the ring and he goes, I don't know shit, crybaby.
gingerbread man takes a haluva. A head-twisting haluva. What a trick shot. That's what he's after. Sami Zayn's WrestleMania challenge.
Yep. It does look like Trick is going to lose and was going to end up. I would bet on it that it's going to solidify Sami as a heel, Trick as a babyface, and we're going to see Trick chase Sami. At least out of what we're seeing, at least that's what I'm getting out of this. Oh, dude, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, old school WCW was good shit, pal. Whoop, whoop. Man, I mean this as a shoot from like everything I've heard, especially from you, Hammer, about like that of like WCW, NWA back in the day. I wish I would have grown up with that. Like I would have loved growing up with like the 80s of 605 TBS Superstation WCW Saturday Night. Whoop whoop. Sip it on down, sip it around, and sip it on down. Whoop, whoop. Dude, and I also reiterate, too, I actually have a delivery order scheduled. Because at my time, Stranglemania airs at 2 a.m., and I have a White Castle delivery order scheduled to arrive between 12:54 a.m. and 1:34 a.m. Whoop, whoop. And on this order, here's what I got. A small order of hash brown nibblers, 6 sliders, no onions, extra pickles, and then 3 crispy chicken sliders. And that's going to be what I'm going to be munching on through Stranglemania. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, the old JCP. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, one of the few places that's open at that time. So and plus I had a thing on the app where I could get $3 off a $15 order. Plus I could also get, by doing that order, I also complete like multiple quests in the app and get rewards for it. So it's like, sweet. And 4 large Cokes. Same, but make my Cokes a diet.
Stronger Together is presented by Progressive Insurance. They also give you round the clock protection.
WrestleMania, where legacies are defined. My sister and I built this division. And even with Nikki fighting through an injury, we're showing up. Because when the Bella Twins step on the stage, the standard is set. Standard?
Yeah, me versus the toilet at the very least. That should be on like the night one ESPN free show. Me versus the toilet, pal. Seriously, White Castle and all this fucking vodka. Bro, I'm going to be murdering that toilet. And then I got, for tonight, I got a Jimmy John's Spicy East Coast Italian with air-fried bacon added to it. Those I'm having right now.
Every time something tries to take us out, we find our way back. We didn't even like each other. And
I really believe Vito and PCO are going to carry the majority of the match, with Vampiro getting his stuff in and taking whatever necessary bumps he needs to. Yeah, I think that's why they made it a three-way to kind of protect him, in my opinion.
We're here to show people who we still are. And at WrestleMania, we take back what's ours. And we're going to do
And at WrestleMania, don't worry. We'll make sure you all get your moment.
And just know, this will be the last WrestleMania moment you'll ever have.
I saw that too. I don't think that was a work. It looked like Vito was restraining himself. Like, I think that was just him doing his best to hold himself back from completely going off of that dude. So I could just subdue him. Don't beat the fuck out of him. Just subdue him and neutralize him. That was kind of the vibe I got out of that video. I miss their weed hoagies. I loved their weed hoagies. I'm sad they got rid of them. First thing I'm thinking of is wheat waffles, sausage, bacon, eggs, and oatmeal.
It also may be a return to gold, though, this weekend with the fatal four-way to determine the women's tag team championship. The Irresistible Forces defending in this elite level fatal four-way when you look across that talent.
Yeah, but we've got to acknowledge the powerhouse reigning champions, the Irresistible Forces, heading in to WrestleMania with the gold. I don't see any possibility they're dethroned.
I don't forget some fruit, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Corey, every team in this fatal four-way has a very strong reason to believe they are worthy of being the tag team champions already, especially Lyra.
Get me rum ham, pal.
WWE history. And I do believe that Lyra and Bayley are friends because, let's be honest, no one else in the locker room likes either one of them. So they found each other, but that could lead to gold at WrestleMania. And Bayley so frustrated. She hasn't forgotten last year when she missed WrestleMania due to Becky Lynch, who would join Lyra Valkyria. That's not all in the rearview mirror for Bayley. That's what's driving her this year in Las Vegas.
Last week on SmackDown, we saw singles action. Alexa defeated Bayley, and then you were on the call on Raw when Lyra defeated. Counts. As has been a constant theme, by the way, of this division.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. Back Back and forth we go off the opening bell. Here it is.
Well, we're not wasting any time at all among these four.
Look, if I'm either of these teams, I am trying to use tonight as an opportunity to inflict damage.
Yes.
To punish my opponent, to try to soften them up, weaken them in any way you
Whoop.
possibly can prior to the Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania.
24 hours away from deciding things. Oh man.
They sent shoulder first into the steel ring.
That would be a really good tag team.
Oh no. Nia's here. Wasting no time. You just mentioned the irresistible forces.
And here comes Lash.
Now this thing is dissolving immediately as Charlotte just backs a longtime rival into the corner.
Plenty of history between Jackson Flair and Lash Legend, continuing to carve out her own legacy here in WWE.
She has burst on the scene, and the champs.
I mean that I like that as a tag team, but there's another one that just keeps popping into my head. I think this would be a great tag team. Let me get your thoughts on this one. Kendall Gray and J-Rod.
Nia and Lash may eliminate Lyra, Bayley, Charlotte, and Alexa all together. They have a regular tag match by this.
Oh man, that right hand delivered to Lyra.
But you may not like the actions of the irresistible forces, but this is
Oh, no.
brilliant strategy.
Oh no. Watch out. We've seen this before. Lash ragdolling Lyra. The Chino in place. And then Nia with the leg drop.
Absolute.
The fact that you have like the monster powerhouse tag team of the champions of the division, and they're pulling off Veg-O-Matics.
Is Saturday at WrestleMania 42.
Look at the power of these two women.
Sunday, of course, it'll be Ova Femi and Brock Lesnar.
That is true. That is true. You have that combination of speed and power with Gray and Vec here.
It was the dominion of the Titans. After generations of lying dormant, an unholy beast emerged.
J-Rod, baby. J-Rod, baby. Know what I'm saying? Era.
For more than 2 decades, fueled by unbridled rage, reveling in the carnage it has sowed.
That would work. That'd be a good one too. But I think she's working out pretty well right now with just look at her.
But every monstrous force eventually meets its equal.
Hey, what is up?
As a new Titan steps forward,
Jesus, Chris, whoop whoop. Hope all is well.
and still
You hit up DoorDash, find yourself a deal.
unyielding. They rise for him. He does not chase destiny, for he is inevitable.
Man, that banana spot on Lunacy last night, I'm going to bring this up during Insanity. I got to believe that was a rib on Meltzer, because there was a castrating the Marks clip where Meltzer talked about how he smashed a banana in his girlfriend's head, face, or like whatever it was. Like he talked about smashing a banana on her. I got to believe that was a rib. That was a rib on that as part of that beatdown with J-Rod and Danny Moe during that backstage segment last night.
For decimation.
There is something about the way that Ova Femi has confidently said.
Yeah, it would have to be Truth or Dan House. Those are the two wrestlers you could pull a spot off like that with.
A guy like that stepping to the beast, it happens Sunday.
There is an extinction level
Is that Breaking Benjamin in the background?
Will it be the ruler or will it be the beast? 6 p.m. start time. That's on ESPN and the ESPN app. And as you can see, one of the great traditions in WWE, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. The ring is filled up. The winner receives the massive Andre the Giant Memorial Trophy. We've gotten to know his life story of overcoming adversity.
Yeah, I forgot when or what show it was, but I remember like it was something about Meltzer talking about like him or somebody, like someone with him and his girlfriend, and somebody smashed a banana in the other one's face. I think it was Meltzer doing it to his girlfriend. I don't remember. Yeah, Miz would work too.
Shared his journey with us. Nobody's rooting against Royce. Say his name? No,
I believe in Joe Hendry.
absolutely not.
Surprise entrant in the Dre. We got Joe Hendry, pal.
The only thing giant about Joe Hendry is his ego. Next from Edward Scotland, weighing at 252 pounds of pure motivation, Joe Hendry. If Gargano Triple A,
Oh, I love that.
tag team. Whoa! Key Wilson, he just tripped.
Oh, he is? I didn't see him.
Gargano said Johnny was planking out. And remember, he got Kurt.
Yeah, good question.
Danhausen. That was toxic. You see Shiloh Hill, NXT standout, winner of LFG Season 2.
I don't think so yet. So I think Hall of Fame is after this.
Is out of the Battle Royal right away. A lot on the apron. That's dangerous territory there. Saban has Fraser up. Saban and Fraser on the apron, giving each other the best that they can offer. Oh, big boot. Saban answers. Oh, those feet touch. He's going to be out. Trying to chop down on the hands, securing that middle rope. Oh, and good. Gargano gets rid of him. What an impact on the side of our announce desk. It was incredible. Oh, and more eliminations as well as Saban is out. Axiom. It's the Angel of Los Garza in there throwing hands with Big Otis. El Grande Americano, the real and the original. Oh, no, not the mask, not here. In Vegas, they're both out. After all the drama recently on AAA, Tama Tonga just cleans it up. Competing for the second time tonight. To show you
Yes, I do. Because, yeah, just as a disclaimer, there is a chance I might fall asleep or pass out at some point because it has been a long day and a long night. So, yeah, just give you guys a heads up as a disclaimer that it is possible that might happen.
down here. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. La Parka in the center of the ring. Today is Dia de los Muertos when you're dealing with La Parka, as Los Garza know very, very well. All three men, strong lucha libre heritage. Big knee from La Parka. Garza gets the best of them. La Parka is out. Angel and Berto now blocking him right now. How about that? That's what you get for dancing in the face of La Parka. Ray Phoenix, one of the most decorated stars in the history of AAA. We'd love to make some WrestleMania magic tonight here in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Oh, is that Psycho Clown? Yeah, Psycho Clown's in there from AAA.
Royce Keys. All that power and intensity of Royce Keys.
What can't be lost, Joe, is the magnitude of this opportunity, of this moment, of this weekend for Royce Keys. We know the struggles he had to overcome just to
Yeah, it should, but I probably will.
WrestleMania weekend.
I know I gotta take a break at some point so I can at least get some energy back and get through it. Because yeah, once we're done with SmackDown in like 30-ish minutes, we got Insanity coming up. I think that's where I'm gonna take my break. I'm gonna take some sort of a break between after Insanity, and then come back on Twitch, and then end Twitch for a little bit, and then we'll come back with Stranglemania watch along. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Wasn't ready for Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry just muscling on up Gargano.
Yes, he is, and that's a great thing.
Delivering.
Can't stand when he does this.
The crowd disagrees.
I'm smarter than most of them, Joe. At least the fans.
Aleister Black says, Corey, I got you.
I'm mad.
The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal from here the night before WrestleMania.
Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde, the LWO, trying to bring the fight together against.
Yeah, here's hope we hear some Veda Scott at Stranglemania.
Who just arm drags and sends him over the top.
Stuffed midair.
He was given the mission from Solo Sikoa, and now the other competitors say, we've got to go after him.
See what it's going to take.
Massive uppercut. Delivering time and again. Phoenix, spinning kick, kick attack. Looking to chop him down low. Now goes up high, denies it, parries the kick.
He's able to catch himself on the top rope. Look at this. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm with you. She's tremendous.
From nearly
Just study some of that old school tape and learn from it and get even better. Whoop, whoop.
that reinforced hard edge of the apron.
So I think we are witnessing Tala
Yeah, copyrights are a motherfucker, unfortunately.
before our very eyes.
And now you're kind of crossing borders that have those copyright laws. Yep, back when a kick, yes, exactly. Back when a kick out meant something.
Good to call it Kinshasa again, but Dragon.
Oh man, I'll tell you, Aleister Black is on quite the run. Meanwhile, Akira Tozawa.
That is kind of ridiculous. Like, yeah, the LWO is pretty much dead. Again.
Stacking him in the corner. Otis saw what happened to Tozawa. Business everywhere he
Ooh, nice. Yummy, yummy.
Big Nose is in Las Vegas.
and Johnny Gargano is in the wrong spot.
Seriously, dude, now I have an image of a giant ass, like a full chicken on a barbecue grill, and I'm just like Homer Simpson. Oh.
Otis and Aleister Black, Royce Keys and Tama Tonga. And now the striking combination. Otis rolls out of the way. The big man showing some mobility, Corey.
A big bear paw of Otis. Right on the temple of Aleister. Black.
That Muay Thai background, that black mass, each and every time, the violence that can be unleashed.
Yeah, that is a
Now, is he gonna
large amount of protein right there.
stands up to it and eliminates Aleister Black. And then there were three.
You want to hear I kind of have a little bit of a bit of a wrestling story to tell. Guess who taught me that you can crock pot? Again, I know I'm kind of exposing myself here. This is about 10 years ago, 10 plus years ago, where I was taught, hey, you know, you can get a good amount of protein at. You can crock pot chicken, just chicken in a crock pot, easy to eat, marinate it in buffalo sauce. It was who I was training under at the time. Michael Elgin.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal comes down to Tama Tonga and Royce Keys.
And the power could all be shifting to the MFTs in a matter of moments.
Buster! What a spine buster from Royce Keys!
He does it! Oh yeah, he did!
Here is your winner of the 2026 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Royce Keys!
No, if he would have went under, that would have been like, well, fuck him, I guess. Yeah, he was clearly set up to win. Nothing against him, just the way the booking and creative was set up was done.
The monstrous Tonga straight through the middle of the ring, launching Tonga to the outside, and the elation has got to be off the charts. What a journey, what a story, what a moment.
Nice, Gruss. Whoop, whoop.
This is your winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
What a way to kick off WrestleMania weekend tonight on SmackDown. But let's chat about tomorrow. A certain greatest of all time, none other than John Cena, will be the master of ceremonies on Saturday.
Remember, that gets underway on ESPN2 in the first hour, and here is the full card, Corey.
On ESPN to the six-man tag team at the Usos in LA Knight against the Vision and I Show Speed. And of course, what we've been talking about all night, we're still awaiting the arrival. Cody Rhodes as he defends his title against the 14-time world champion Randy Orton, who will have Pat McAfee in tow. Not to mention Rollins and Gunther. What a night it's gonna be.
Of course, the whole weekend's on the ESPN app, and then Sunday, the first hour, also on ESPN. And the multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated recording artist Joe Jonas will be performing the national anthem to kick off WrestleMania.
Nice, Nelson. Whoop, whoop.
And the first match that day, as we show you the full card, will be Oba Femi against Brock Lesnar. We will have the ladder match, Sammy and Trick, the Demon Finn Balor and Dirty Dom, the Women's Championship with Rhea and Jade, and it all concludes with CM Punk and Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This is greatness on a different level.
Roman Reigns is going to WrestleMania.
What I'm doing is chasing
something, and that something is greatness. With that comes a responsibility of wearing the crown.
I'm picking you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be on. Yeah, I will be on Twitch for at least some period of time. How long, I'm not sure. It depends on how long I kind of need to take a break and rest before I get on Twitch to kill some time.
You brought the other two, not me. You took a 10-year vacation, and then I let you back here, and what do? You screw me. You take my wise man, and you almost brainwashed me.
I'm in your head.
For a champion,
I can see right through you.
you got thin skin.
He's got time to tweak, but he doesn't have time to come to Chicago.
You mock me in my back like I'm some little
Young
young
boy, who's the real
I
Friyay?
mean, come on with that
Roman
garbage.
can't do anything without his cousins.
We're the only reason this place is where it's at. That title on your waist, it's an embarrassment. Because at the end of the day,
HMG fan, woo woo!
you're old.
Now I'm gonna bury you. Bury you next to your father.
I'd watch how you talk about my family. You know what I don't get now? We didn't bring you back to be champion, no.
I understand why this company sends your beltless ass to Jimmy Fallon.
Because I'm a way bigger star than you.
It's because you're safe and you're boring and you're plastic.
At Mania, this backup plan, it ends.
Take a look at that sign. It's the last time you're gonna main event.
Welcome to my main event.
There's one way WrestleMania. And still,
You will acknowledge
the best in the world.
acknowledge me.
All right, while we're doing entrances, I'm going to take a quick piss break. Be right back. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
To regain what is rightfully his, now looking to defend it here in Vegas.
That's a movie I have not seen yet. That I really need to, because I think that I've heard good things about it. Is the new Naked Gun.
So, Las Vegas never. According to the SmackDown the night before, what do we want to talk about?
Hey, what's up, Chris? Win the whoop whoop.
Two men in a single contest fighting for the oldest and richest prize in the game. Myself against my mentor in this business, the legend killer, the apex. As good as Randy has become, he's now associated with a word that most wrestlers despise.
Go get me Barney Rubble, pal.
Cody's got Randy on Saturday night. CM Punk, Roman Reigns on Sunday night.
Points. Whoop whoop. All right, well, there is no insanity set up right now. And I have not heard back from Jimmy, so I'm gonna give a 15-minute grace period after SmackDown goes off the air. 15-minute grace period for him to get back to me. And if he's not, I'm just gonna roll with it and do my own insanity.
There's a lot of people that deserve to get kicked in the balls around here. You're not one of them. No, I came out here to maybe mentioning somebody's name that doesn't deserve to be spoken about, a tourist in this business who is not worth your time, these people's time, our energy, or anything else. Are you wearing a bow tie? We do have the Hall of Fame later this evening. We dress up for the legends as you are looking dapper yourself, chick magnet. I thought maybe you would call attention to that. This has to be the first time I've worn a suit on WWE television since the time Teddy Long got married. You remember that?
Yes, Jagged Edge was there.
Bruce. I bring all that up because me and you go back a long. And we stood in this ring in front of these people.
Yeah, Cody and Punk go back to OVW.
Competitors, and we've talked about who's chasing who. Earlier in your career, you said you were chasing me, and then I got.
Yeah, Cody and Punk have been boys since OVW.
Your hiatus, and I found myself chasing you, trying to rumble and become champion. But now I just wanted to take the moment to relish in the fact that we are both standing in the ring, live, on a Friday night in Las Vegas. 10 toes down, looking at each other as friends and as champions, headlining WrestleMania 42. I think we're past CM Punk giving Cody advice because honestly, brother, you have done and said things that I have yet to accomplish. If I was ever a teacher to you, I sure as hell am not now, but I want you to focus. Don't worry about anybody else but Randy. You've learned from some of the best. John Cena, your father. And if Randy was ever one of your teachers...
Yeah, get me Cobra Kai, pal.
So, in a way, maybe, I don't know what happens tomorrow, and I don't know what happens Sunday, and I can't make promises that I won't keep. But I do know that on Monday, win, lose, or draw, you'll be here. I'll be here. And look around you, Coach. Adventure and be here on Monday too. Cody, champ to champ, friend to friend, brother to brother, I'm proud of you. Go get it done tomorrow night. Have some fun.
Punk, no. Hey, it might subvert the expectations of our relationship, and you're always teaching me something, but there is one thing I want to share with you. I know who you're up against this Sunday. You're up against a guy that we have literally created terms for. He's that good. You up against the most dominating WrestleMania main eventer in the history of our game. The OTC. But, Punk, you were not born into this like he was, like I was. You came into this because you loved it. You trained with Harley Race. You found your own tribe. You hung out with Terry Funk. WWE came to you when they weren't even looking at guys who looked like you. They wanted you so bad, you kept the name CM Punk. And then you went away. You went away for 10 years, but you had captured their imagination so much that they still chanted your name, and they chanted it loudly. Comeback. You could have waved your hat around, you could have done the greatest hits, but you didn't do that. You came back better than ever.
I don't know if we're talking about Foreman or Warner of the greatness of Brady, but I'll speak our language because we're standing in the squared circle. Shawn Michaels. He came back after a 5-year debilitating back injury. We never thought we'd get him back. And here you are, and you are better than you have ever been. If there's a conversation, right? If there's a conversation going on, oh, Macho King at one point was Mr. WrestleMania. Then it became the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Well, it seems like you're going to make the argument, you're going to try and make it this Sunday that the new Mr. WrestleMania is CM Punk. I want you to hear something from me because I'm one of the handful of people that have the right to say it. Thank you for everything that you have taught me. Thank you for sharing this moment in the ring with me and this wonderful audience here tonight. And if it means
if someone is in the middle of it, we call it the bukkake, pal.
You took a great deal of counsel with and you made a promise to a long time ago. My dad would be extremely proud of you. I love you.
There is nothing more to do.
Cody said he loved me. I love all of you, and we're here for you. These titles are as much yours as they are ours, and we're here to celebrate with the people.
Next words you're going to hear from us come tomorrow afternoon when we simply say, welcome.
Yeah, where's the Kleenex sponsorship, pal?
It's something you can't really explain. That feeling when the lights come on, the crowd roars, and you realize there's no bigger stage than this.
The grandest stage of them all. The showcase of the immortal. The game has started.
I will give you a show like you have never seen before.
Yeah, very lame go-home show.
No loud crowd and no second takes. It happens once. And it's forever. Because memories are made in this ring. And we, you and me, the fans, we get to be there. The moments we'll never forget.
We got here, Gino. Unbelievable. The greatest thing I've ever seen.
We were there when the irresistible force met the immovable object. We were there when it seemed impossible until it happened.
The streak is over.
When legends took their final battle.
It's over. Goodbye.
When Seth shocked the world.
Rollins with the heist of the century.
When Cody finished his and years from now, decades from now, our kids will tell their kids that we were alive and we were there.
All right, have a good night, Liz. Whoop, whoop.
When Punk fought Roman for the title.
The tribal chief and the best in the world in the main event.
Cuando la primera se enfrentó a la güerita.
On the grandest stage.
You're too much hugging and crying, pal.
When the voice tried to squash the nightmare.
They talk to me and they tell me that I am going to beat Cody Rhodes.
When Jane and Rhea stood face to face.
Welcome to the big league.
When Oba stepped onto the stage, the biggest stage of them all, for the very first time. There's no way to know exactly what drama lies ahead.
You stole everything from me.
But we know we're here for the pops and the surprises.
Right, yeah, we don't need to watch this package. There's nothing gonna happen. So that's we're gonna go ahead and call it for the SmackDown watch along tonight. Thank you guys. We're gonna be back in about 15, 20 minutes ish for the for HMG Insanity, and then we'll be back right here at 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, midnight Pacific, for a special HMG After Dark JCW Stranglemania watch along. So we'll see you then. If I can see you again, much love, y'all. Take care. Yeet.